This second module is all about you, the adult learner. As you come to understand what the research says about adult learners, consider not only how and if it applies to you, but how you will use this information to create a webinar that appeals to the adult learners, as well as how you will apply this information to your upcoming internship. Knowles' 9 findings about adult learners is essential for you to learn before you begin designing professional learning. These learnings are from 1973. Yes, this is old information, yet these findings are still applicable today. Take a minute to look at this list of the 9 findings. Do they make sense to you? It has been my experience in teaching at Loyola that all of these findings are relevant to our graduate students in the educational technology program. In particular, that I would say that our EdTech students demand the immediate utility identified in number 2, as well as number 9, which is referring to how adults want information that is appropriate and developmentally paced just for them. Another key piece of research comes from Knowles, and it identifies 5 common assumptions about adult learners. You are probably familiar with the term pedagogy, which is often defined as the art and science of teaching. But Knowles uses the term andragogy, which specifically talks about helping adult learners learn. He believed that you can assume adult learners are directing their own plan and are driven by their concepts of self. He believed adult learners bring much to the table. They have a growing reservoir of experiences, and this shapes their learning. Knowles believed that adults are ready to learn skills and concepts that are obviously and directly related to their work or themselves, and that they are oriented to learn immediately and apply their new understandings. Lastly, Knowles believed that adults are intrinsically motivated. These 5 assumptions shape the concept of andragogy, which is the art and science of helping adults learn. Knowing that many adults learn best in group settings, one of the other essential learnings in this module is about the roles that adults take on when working in a group. Here's a list of 12 identified roles. Which of these do you take on when learning in a group? The essential question in this module is based on the idea that adult learners are a neglected species, as well as the most pragmatic learners around. So, how can we address this constant challenge? There are 3 objectives in this module. The first 2 objectives, to identify the implications for teaching adults suggested by various adult learning theories, and to compare and contrast adult and school-age learners, will be met with your journal responses. For the third objective, which is to generate ideas of instructional methods that apply adult learning theory and principles, will be discussed in a discussion with your webinar teammates. And this is going to be about what you might include in your webinar that connects to your learning about adult learning theory and principles. As you are completing this module, think about how your new learning about adults might apply to you in particular. Are these theories and ideas applicable to how you learn?